The sun dips below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows that dance across your walls. You're home alone. It's a primal fear, this feeling of vulnerability that washes over us when the lights go out. It's the unknown that terrifies, the unseen dangers lurking just beyond our vision. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle outside your window, your mind transforms them into something sinister. A creaking door becomes the slow, deliberate footsteps of an intruder. A tapping branch against the glass transforms into sharp, insistent knocks. A desperate plea for entry from something not quite human. Tonight, we delve into these primal fears, these unsettling scenarios that plague us when we're alone, and the darkness closes in. We explore the stories of those who faced their fears head-on, who dared to confront the shadows and uncover the terrifying truth that lurks within.
A young woman, Sarah, is home alone, a fierce thunderstorm raging outside. The wind howls like a banshee, rattling the windows in their frames. She tries to ignore the storm, focusing on a book, but a strange sound cuts through the tempestuous symphony outside. It's a low whine, coming from the attic above. Sarah brushes it off as the wind playing tricks on her, but the whining grows louder, more insistent. Now it sounds almost like growling. Fear begins to prickle at the edges of her composure. She grabs a heavy iron poker from beside the fireplace, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest. Taking a deep breath, she slowly climbs the stairs to the attic door. The growling is louder now, a guttural sound that seems to vibrate through the floorboards. Her hand trembles as she reaches for the doorknob, the cold metal biting into her skin. She throws open the door, her flashlight beam dancing across dusty boxes and forgotten furniture. The growling stops. Silence. She sweeps the beam across the attic, her pulse quickening with each passing second. Then she sees it.
John always thought his apartment was haunted. Strange drafts, objects moving on their own. But he always dismissed it as an overactive imagination. Until tonight. He's brushing his teeth, catching his reflection in the bathroom mirror. But something's wrong. Two glowing eyes stare back at him from the darkness behind his reflection. He spins around, heart hammering in his chest. Nothing, just the dimly lit bathroom. Had he imagined it? He returns to the mirror, trying to calm his racing pulse. The eyes are still there, peering at him from the depths of the reflection. He can't tear his gaze away, mesmerized by those malevolent orbs. As he stares, a figure begins to form in the mirror behind him. A tall, gaunt figure shrouded in darkness. John wants to scream, but terror chokes him. The figure takes a step closer, its long, bony fingers reaching towards the mirror's surface. John can't take it anymore. He slams the mirror shut, the sound echoing in the silence of the apartment.
Emily is home alone, watching a movie on the couch. A storm rages outside, rain lashing against the windows. The phone rings, making her jump. She hesitates, a knot of unease forming in her stomach. The caller ID shows an unknown number. She lets it go to voicemail. Moments later, the phone rings again. Same unknown number. This time, curiosity overrides her apprehension and she answers. Hello? Silence. Just the faint crackle of the phone line. Then a voice, raspy and weak, whispers her name. Emily. Terror grips her. Who is this? How do they know her name? She hangs up, her hand trembling so violently she almost drops the phone. She tries to tell herself it's a prank, but the voice, it sounded desperate, filled with malice. The phone rings again. She stares at it, paralyzed with fear. It rings and rings, the insistent sound driving her to the edge.
David hears it first. A soft thud from downstairs. He pauses the video game, straining to hear. He's home alone, his parents away for the weekend. The thud comes again. He tells himself it's just the house settling, but a chill runs down his spine. He creeps down the stairs, his heart pounding in his chest. The living room is dark, the only light coming from the streetlights outside. A floorboard creaks behind him. He whirls around, adrenaline surging through him. There's a figure standing in the shadows by the bookshelf, tall and menacing. David's blood runs cold. He fumbles for his phone, his fingers shaking so badly he can barely dial. The figure moves towards him, silent and predatory. David can make out a pair of glowing eyes in the darkness. He stumbles back, tripping over the rug. He's trapped.
Maria was never one for scary stories. So when she started hearing scratching noises from inside her bedroom wall, she dismissed them as mice. But the sounds persisted, growing louder, more insistent. One night, she hears a distinct whisper coming from the wall. "Help!" "Me?" Her blood runs cold. Mice don't whisper. She presses her ear against the wall, her heart pounding in her chest. The whispering is faint, but she can make out panicked pleas for help. She races to the attic, hoping to find an access panel to the wall. Dust motes dance in the single beam of light from her phone. She finds the access panel hidden behind a pile of old boxes. Her hand trembles as she reaches for the latch. Pulling the panel open, she shines her light into the darkness. A wave of nausea washes over her. Staring back at her from the wall cavity is a human eye, wide with fear.
It started subtly, a few grains of sand on the pillow in the morning, then more sand, forming a small pile. At first, Ben thought it was a prank, but no one confessed. Then, one night, he woke with a start. A scratching sound, like claws on wood, was coming from the foot of his bed. He sat up, his heart racing. The scratching stopped. Then, he saw it. A figure, formed from swirling sand, was taking shape in the darkness. It had no face, just a swirling mass where its head should be. Terror rooted him to the spot. He watched, paralyzed, as the sand figure crawled onto his bed, its touch like ice. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. The figure moved closer, the scratching sound intensifying, and Ben realized with horror it was coming from inside his head. He woke up in the morning, drenched in sweat, the sheets tangled around his legs. Had it been a dream? He looked down at his pillow. A single word was etched into the fabric, formed from grains of sand. Soon.
From the eerie howling in the attic to the chilling discovery behind the wall, we've journeyed through 6 tales of terror, each a chilling reminder of the vulnerability we feel when darkness falls. Sarah, John, Emily, David, Maria, and Ben each face their fears head-on, confronting the unknown in the depths of the night. These stories tap into our primal fear of the unknown, that unsettling feeling that we're not alone in the dark. The creaking floorboards, the flickering lights, the whispers in the shadows. They all serve to remind us of the fragility of our perceived safety. What lurks in your darkness? Have you ever experienced something that sent shivers down your spine, a moment that left you questioning your sanity? Share your own encounters in the comments below, and let's keep the chills going. And if you dare to delve deeper into the world of animated horror, be sure to check out the other spine-tingling stories on this channel. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more hair-raising content. Until next time, stay safe in the dark, and remember, you're never truly alone, or are you?